she has been researching and other researchers such as Emery Smith have been discussing. Can you expand on that or tell us anything about it?
Be specific.
Who are the entities that have created that environment?
One moment. All we are allowed to say at this time is that it is a faction of a different group of beings that you would call grays, but not the grays you're typically familiar with. You have to understand something very important. When we talk about the idea of the grays being mutated humans from a parallel version of Earth that destroyed their version of Earth and stopped reproducing because of it, and had to find viable human DNA in order to create the hybrid species that would perpetuate their culture, you have to understand that they tunneled into your parallel reality, but also not just your parallel reality, which means other parallel realities that also contain different versions of grays also tunneled into your parallel reality. You're not dealing with one particular group of grays. This is one of the reasons why some of the information is somewhat confusing on your planet. They're not all homogeneous. They may be from different parallel realities with completely different agendas.
Well,
yes?
The grays that I've been familiar with tend to be very small, and I think you've mentioned
They're
that
different.
Yeah, and that's part of that was genetic to adapt to their underground environment.
Yes, originally.
But the entities in Antarctica created 80-foot ceilings, if I'm not correct.
That is for a very specific purpose that has to do with certain kinds of technology that they understand.
So how tall are they, or were they?
They're not much taller than you. But the idea, on average, humans we mean, but the idea is that they have certain kinds of technology that demand large enclosed resonating chambers to create certain kinds of portals.
Can you tell us how they created those spaces, those buildings?
They were transported from parallel realities.
Through sound?
Sound may be a side effect of it, but no, not fundamentally. It is a different kind of energy manipulation. More electromagnetic, more electrogravitic.
When did they do this? What was the period of time?
About 10,000 of your years ago.
And are they coming back?
They have never left.
So they're there, we're just not able to visibly see them?
Not all the time because of the portals. They know how to shift themselves to different frequencies that are beyond your range of your senses.
Will there be a time in the future or a parallel reality where we will connect with them?
There will be a time when you may know of them. That is a higher probability than actually connecting with them, although there may be some incidents where some people are capable of doing so. But that's another story at another time.
And finally, what's their purpose for doing all of this?
That I cannot tell you.
Thank you.
We are not allowed to.
Okay. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hello and good day.
Hello and good day.
First, I wanted to show my appreciation for doing and sharing all your knowledge.
And our appreciation to you as well.
Thank you. I have a question that I've been hearing you saying that we as a spirit dreaming.
Yes.
As a human physical.
Yes.
And then you just explained to us that actually we're sleeping while we're awake, and then we're
awake while you're sleeping.
Yes. Okay. And then difficulty for me is that as I am, my understanding of myself is a spirit being having human experience as I am in this physical body.
That's the same thing.
Right.
But you're not actually in the body. Your body is in your spirit. It's just that you focus part of your spirit identity down, and then that particular focus becomes your physical experience. So the spirit is creating the physical body out of its own material. It's like the idea of, I know this is a crude analogy, but the idea of water suddenly focusing a part of itself as ice. And the ice is the physical experience. But it's not like the water is in the ice per se, even though the ice is made of water. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. So ice is the water. Water is the
You
ice.
are spirit in physical form. It's not that your spirit is in your body. Your body is your spirit in physical form, a part of it.
So how are we forgetting that we are a spirit?
Because the idea is to forget. The focus is so strong. The belief systems that are created within the physical mind are so strong because they have to be that strong in order for you to actually have a physical experience, because physical reality isn't real. So you have to have belief systems that get you to forget that physical reality isn't real, or you can't have a physical experience. It's just an illusion, it's just a dream. So belief systems reinforce the idea through emotions and thoughts and behaviors and experiences that physical reality is actually solid, and it's not.
Okay, so I understand that we are paying more awareness is shifting to the physical rather than the spirit. How do I shift that and expand and have a
You remember the
transition?
formula? You follow your passion to the best you can with no insistence or assumption on the outcome. All the rest falls into place. That's how you raise your frequency. That's how you expand your consciousness. That's how you expand your senses to become more aware of the fact that you're creating this reality, and then space and time become more flexible, more malleable, more plastic. You begin to see that it's an illusion. You become lucid in the physical dream, and you can manifest things more consciously because it is simply a projection of consciousness.
So it is a gradual shift. It's not
It's
like
as
one
fast
morning you
or
wake
as
up.
slow as you need it to be
I see.
for you.
I see.
Does that help?
Very much so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It seems very easy for me to get insights and ideas all the time for myself and other people.
Yes.
But I feel a lot of resistance when it comes to writing things down or putting them into the physical. It might be through trauma from school, but it feels like it's my highest excitement, and also I'm dealing with that resistance a lot.
It's highest excitement to write them down?
To write and to create instead of just having them be
All right.
in my head.
Then let's examine the belief system behind the idea. What is it you're afraid will happen if you write them down?
It feels like for some reason I'll get attacked.
By whom? Some nebulous, unknown people somewhere, somehow, who will suddenly find you and hate your writing so much that they have to attack you because of the things that you're saying? Is that what you're afraid of?
Yeah, it definitely feels silly when I bring awareness to it.
That's what happens when you turn on the light. The beliefs become nonsensical. Yes?
Yes.
You see them for what they are. They become transparent. And as soon as it becomes nonsensical, it's gone. Because you don't hold on to things that make sense unless you have a belief that says holding on to nonsensical beliefs makes sense to you. That's the only reason you would hold on to something that doesn't make sense, that's out of alignment with your truth, is something within your motivational mechanism, within your psyche, within your belief system says, if you let this go and move forward, something worse will happen. But it's just a belief. It's just the negative belief attempting to perpetuate itself. That's the way they're designed. Because if you don't have a belief designed to perpetuate itself, you can't continue to have a physical experience. But you have to understand that being a negative belief, it has to perpetuate itself with negatively oriented tools, such as fear, to reinforce itself and make sure you don't let it go. You have to see through the smoke and mirrors. You have to see through the illusion of that and know that no matter how real that fear feels, it's just the way the negative belief has of not letting you let it go. That's all it is. And in fact, the more scared you get, the closer you are to letting it go, because now it's working even harder to make you more afraid to let it go.
Perfect timing.
Make sense?
Yes,
Do you feel a little more inclined to write?
I do.
Are you sure?
I am. I'm ready.
Do you know that the people that need to receive your writing will then be capable of doing so, even if there are people who do not wish to receive it, who may even judge it negatively, who may even say hurtful things about it? They're not your audience anyway.
Yes.
And if you are not giving your gift, you're depriving those who are waiting to receive it. It's not very nice. Yes?
Yes,
Is this making some sense?
it does.
Are you feeling a little more relaxed about the idea of writing
I am. Thank you.
and putting yourself out there?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Anything else?
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
Hi to you. Good day.
I'm starstruck. No pun intended.
A star struck you? Was it a meteorite?
I just can't believe I'm here since I've seen you about 50 times on YouTube.
Oh, all right. Well, obviously you can believe it or you wouldn't be here.
So I have multiple questions about this topic.
Which topic is that?
This topic is about, I am part of the Saint Germain Foundation,
All right.
which is the I Am activity. Are you
Yes.
familiar?
To some degree.
Well, I guess the first question I have is that, you know, the Saint Germain Foundation is based on Ascended Master instruction.
Yes.
And, well, that's for people who in the room might not know.
Oh, all right.
And
Now you all know, yes? All right.
And I have to say that I've studied so many different things. I've been in different groups and
Yes.
all kinds of different things.
Yes,
and
yes.
And I would have to say that to me it seems like the most pure teachings on the planet.
Yes. For you.
Yes,
For
me,
you.
for me,
Yes.
for me. So part of what the Saint Germain Foundation is about is connected with America, and
All
it's
right.
about saving America to save the world. And
Saving. Yes.
so I wanted to know what your thought was about, in the teachings they talk about Saint Germain and the violet consuming flame being the authority for the next 10,000 years.
Do you understand what we talk about when we talk about permission slips?
Tell me.
Okay. I will. Permission slips. Oh, are you paying attention?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, all right. All tools, all techniques, all rituals, all objects are permission slips that your belief system aligns with in such a manner as to allow you to give yourself permission to be more of who you are. It doesn't matter what the permission slip is. It's up to you to align with it. That's why you're attracted to it, because at the moment it aligns with your belief system. But you are the one making changes. You get to interpret it in whatever way works for you. And as you said, by investigating many things, you can take a piece of this and a piece of that. You can take a piece of what we're saying or not. You can combine them into a new form that works just for you. You can be your own Saint Germain. This is exactly what Yeshua was actually talking about when he talked about the idea of I am the way. He simply meant this is the way, and that means be yourself. He did not intend to create Christians. He was telling you you're all Christs. So Saint Germain is the same idea. There will be different interpretations of this that work different ways for different people with different belief systems on your planet, or not work for them because it's simply another permission slip given by the archetypal collective consciousness symbols that represent all the different belief systems on the planet and present these ideas in a myriad of ways so that it will work for everyone in their own way. If there was only one path, there would only be one person. Look around.
So what do you have to say about ascension? Since they do give
Ascension is just raising your frequency so you can start perceiving reality in a different way. You're in the middle of ascending just by exploring your consciousness.
Well, they talk about purifying the body.
Yes.
And also being harmonious. And
Yes, nothing
et cetera,
wrong
et
with
cetera.
that. And again, when you do raise your frequency, you will probably gravitate to do those things automatically because it will feel natural to you in that state to do so.
So you
It's
don't.
not about forcing yourself into the state. It's about allowing yourself to go into the state and then having all the different things that come naturally with that state start to feel natural to you to do.
So when they talk about the Kumaras walking the earth once the access changes, do you see that that will be approaching soon?
You are in the middle of the transformation. And as we said, you will find that many things will change between now and your year of 2050. But the idea is to understand this. Remember when we talked about the idea that there are multiple infinite parallel versions of Earth that simultaneously coexist?
Yeah.
You are now experiencing a literal physiological splitting into those parallel worlds. It's why there are more shakeups, breakups, things falling apart, old systems drifting away, all sorts of chaos going on your planet, because those parallel realities are actually now splitting, and whatever vibration you are is what determines what parallel reality you start experiencing. And in the years to come, even though you can still see people living in parallel realities on Earth that might be vibrationally incompatible with yours or different than yours, in the years to come, you will no longer see them when you are ensconced in your own parallel reality. Remember, you never change the world you're on. You change yourself and you shift to other versions of Earth that are vibrationally more reflective of the change you made within you.
Wow.
The world you were on is still existing, and the people that didn't want to change out of that vibration will continue to exist on it and experience whatever is, excuse the pun, germane for that reality.
So when they talk about the millions and millions that will come into the IM activity, and yet we see like 5 people maintaining entire huge temples, what in your opinion is that, the reasoning for that?
You will have to ask the people, because everyone has their own reason for doing it the way that they do it, their own belief system about what they believe they need to do in the way that they're doing it.
So it's the belief systems of the collective, of the group.
Yes, of course. There are, as we said, group consciousnesses, group belief systems, group agreements, but that may be the path they need to walk. That's
And-
okay.
So they also talk about the 3rd episode of Washington's Vision,
Yes.
George Washington's Vision.
You can break these things down into whatever stories you wish. They are stories that you tell yourself to make sense out of the ideas in your belief system that work or don't work for you. It's all a story. Physical reality is a story you're all telling yourselves, that you're all sharing by co-creating it. But each of you is in your own reality.
So basically the future is true. What David Wilcock says, there will be no religions.
In a sense, that's true. There will be more of a direct spiritual connection to creation and existence itself, because religions really will be seen ultimately in the version of Earth we're talking about. Yes? That moves forward in that way. Religions will be seen as unnecessary, in a sense, middleman objects that don't need to exist to come between you and your direct connection to the cosmos, to creation, to existence. There will still remain Earths that experience not only the religions you already know, but even deeper, more dense ones. Yes? But you will be on the Earth that works for you. Now, you can act as living examples and share with others ideas that can allow them to also know they are capable of choosing the reality they prefer and shifting their vibrational frequency in those directions. But that's all you can do, is being an example that it's possible. You still have to let others choose what they choose unconditionally, because if you're not going to be unconditional to them, why should they be unconditional to you? Is this making some sense?
Well, now I'm more confused.
Oh, good. That may be the beginning of wisdom.
Well, it just
Because now you are co-fused. You are beginning to see that different ideas can simply be different ways of doing the same thing. In a sense, if you really want to encapsulate and boil all this down, I guarantee you, ultimately, all roads lead home. All roads lead home. Some may take longer than others. But you are infinite, eternal, indestructible beings. There's no hurry. What's your rush?
Well, I guess it was just this higher duty, like, oh my God, if there aren't people here decreeing for America, then who will be? So I guess it's like the last 15 years of my life have been completely dedicated to this. And I'm thinking,
that's fine, but if you're getting tired of doing it that way, it's okay to do it another way that works for the new person that you are becoming. It's up to you. All permission slips are okay.
so America won't fall on the ground if I step out.
No, it won't, but the thing of it is, the America that will be the America you prefer to live in will be what you wind up in. The one you don't prefer will still go on, but you won't experience it. Does that make sense? Remember, there are an infinite number of Americas. Yes?
So I just have to choose which one I want to be part
You
of.
just have to follow your passion, and that will automatically navigate you into the one that is most reflective and workable for you. That's why we give you the formula. It's a navigation tool. It's your compass needle pointing to your magnetic north. It keeps you aligned with the path you are. Notice I didn't say the path you're on, the path you are. The vibration you call passion, love, excitement, creativity, that is the language of your higher mind telling you this is you. Move in this direction because that's who you are right now. It may change. The excitement may come in another form because when you change, it may have to come through another way for it to make sense to the new person that you are. It's as simple as that. That's why we simply suggest that you follow the thread of excitement. That is actually the path you are, because that's your body's translation. Passion is your body's translation of the vibrational frequency of your signature essential self.
Yes.
And it comes in the language from the higher mind as energy. The language you respond with is physical action, because physical action is the language of physical reality. So if you're just thinking about it or talking about it, you're not speaking the language of physical reality, and therefore you're not really responding to the higher mind in the language you need to respond to with. Because when you take the action, then the higher mind knows you heard it. You're committed. You're in a dialogue now. You're in a relationship now. You're working together as a whole person. Because a person is a physical mind and a higher mind that work together. If you're only allowing, and I'm not saying you're doing this, so please don't take offense, if you're only allowing the physical mind to control everything and determine everything and are shutting out the higher mind, you are functioning as a half-wit. Make sense?
Yes.
Does this help?
Tremendously.